Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So anyway, please enjoy. Right, today we're going to have a look at the wonderful world of Amazon, an Amazon original, although at times I thought I was watching a Disney Club thing, but we'll get to that in a moment, won't we? We're going to have a look at a romantic musical or musical romance, and it's entitled, Cinderella. So there we go. There's not much we don't know about Cinderella now. They do try and change it a little bit, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm not too sure. This is obviously based on the original fairy tale. There are elements of it. I mean, she's called Ella. I think we had a musical called. I think we had a film called Ella, didn't we, as Cinderella? But hey, there you go. We sort of they had a 2015 Disney one, didn't they? So I think this has been based on sort of that telling of the story. So it's written and directed by Cade Cannon. Yeah, it stars singer Camila. Cabelo, a new name to me as the title character, and her acting debut alongside many different people. Even James Corden gets a little part in this. I think he produces it as well. But also we get Idina Menzel, Minnie Driver, Nicholas Galtadine, Billy Porter, even the King, Mr. Pierce Brosnan. A good little role for him, but. More on the actors later. A jukebox musical, they call it. There's a new title with songs mostly pop and rock hits from previous decades. In addition to several original songs, this live-action portrayal of the fairy tale follows Disney's 2015 Cinderella. There you go. I hope they don't sue them. Probably won't. Cinderella was digitally released on September the 3rd, so I'm recording this on September the 3rd, 2021. All scores and ratings today as at 9 PM on that day. So obviously Amazon Prime Video have been involved in this. Is it any good though? So here we go. I always look at Amazon and Netflix with an eye of the fact that I pay for the subscriptions anyway. I get it anyway. So anything they produce that's half decent, I'm quite happy about, to be honest with you. I'm not going to say this is half decent. We'll talk about that in my little thoughts in a bit. Rotten Tomatoes, only a 44% positivity rating. That's based on 81 reviews. An average rating of 4.9 out of 10, so not even halfway. And of those critics, 35 said fresh and 46 said rotten, so it's in the minority, the fresh on this one. One of the rottens was Brian Lowry from CNN. He said, the movie mostly feels like Disney Channel fare, absolutely, with a pinch of Moulin Rouge, something else as well, but I'll mention that. A colourful distraction lacking enough magic to fulfill dreams or wishes. Oh, bless. But we did have a fresh or two, didn't we? But Anne Hornaday from the Washington Post, she gave it a fresh review and said, a movie that is strident, sassy and silly all at once. It's long ago, far away, aesthetic clashing purposefully with present day lingo. There you go. It's, as I say, it's a bit of a mishmash of new and old, this one. The consensus, that's put all the heads together, put all the summations into one sentence or a couple of sentences sometimes. This sing-along worthy Cinderella sprinkles some modern fairy dust on the old, oft-told tale, but flat performances and clunky dialogue make watching often feel like a chore. Rotten Tomatoes audience. Well, these are. I'll tell you now. These are the odd ones out to everybody else. Even Internet Movie Database. 83% positivity from the Rotten Tomatoes audience. So this is sort of people who obviously go on Rotten Tomatoes, which is used to be quite critical. It used to have a reputation of being very critical in the old days, didn't it? Perhaps not so much now. But 4.3 out of 5, 8.6 out of 10. I mean, that's pretty incredible, really, compared to some of these other scores I'm going to read out to you. Metacritic, the other critic site we look at, a weighted average of just 43 out of 100 based on 25 critics. The Hollywood Reporter's Lovia Giacchi gave it 40 out of 100, just 4 out of 10 equivalent. The classic fairy tale, she said, and its straightforward but powerful lessons in self-confidence, perseverance and the power of imagination provide an alluring foundation for ambitious and visually stunning storytelling. It's sad that watching this version you wouldn't be able to tell. A bit mean. Chicago Times Richard Ruper gave it 75 out of 100, so he was one of not many that did like this. 75 out of 100, 7.5 out of 10. The popular singer-songwriter Camila Cabelo makes her acting debut as a titular character, and she's a revelation. I can't disagree so far, as the camera loves her and she displays not only expected vocal chops but a real knack for comedy. Yes, the best bit about it. As this version of Cinderella is particularly charming when she's floundering about and getting into embarrassing situations of her own making. Unfortunately, this is me, unfortunately, you know, she's not doing it every minute, the 110 minutes plus, is she? That's the only problem. Internet Movie Database, here we go, Joe Public. This is an interesting one. I'll give you two versions of this because you know me, I don't believe 1 out of 10s and I don't believe 10 out of 10s. I don't, but I do put them in if they seem well balanced, and I have done for this one. 4,692 scores and reviews. It's getting 4.1 out of 10, so not great. And of that 4,692, 2,024 gave it 6 or more, so that's just 43%. So again, it's similar to what some of the averages are that we've already mentioned. But the interesting thing is, of that 4,692, 1,706, 36% of them just gave it 1 out of 10. So I'm going to do the scores and ignore that because I think that's totally unfair. There's a bit of bias in there, and giving something 1 out of 10, there's a bit of, oh, I don't like this, I'm going to give it 1 out of 10 without any real argument as to the whys and wherefore. So if you ignore the 10 out of 10s and ignore the 1 out of 10s specifically, where there's far more of those, it gets 1,053 scores of between 6 and 9 out of 10, and 962 between 2 and 5 out of 10. So about 52%, so half. So I think that's a fairer reflection on what the public are thinking. 52, just over half thought it was okay, gave it a mark of 6 or more, up to 9 out of 10. So I don't often do that, but I think when the scores have been skewed a little bit by obvious things like, I said, there's so many 1 out of 10s that I just thought I'd do. All right, it's not fantastic. It's only another 9% higher, but at least it takes it over halfway, so not a total disaster. Right, my little thoughts. I mean, what do we have here? This is an interesting one. I mean, I think I sort of winced, at times I winced a little bit embarrassed by what I was seeing on screen. But then at other times I went into like a Knight's Tale. Remember that? A Knight's one of my favourite musicals of that type, where you take old songs and modernise them in an old setting. I went into a Knight's Tale stroke Moulin Rouge, which has been mentioned before. Comfort, smile on my face mode, where there was certain little routines and certain little songs and foot tapping and singing along sort of thing. So yeah, it was a bit of a quandary. As I said, I've just felt cringy and embarrassed at times, but other times I quite liked it. Trouble is, the best songs are the ones obviously taken from the real life, as I say, from the old rock and pop classics from yesteryear, if you like. And the new songs are all very, very Disney Clubs, from the Disney Club songbooks. Very, very cringy and just all right for 8, 9, 10-year-olds perhaps, but certainly not for adults and older children, if you like. Which you know, it is trying to appeal to it is adult, it is a family thing, so it's trying to appeal to the family. This, unfortunately, some of those songs won't appeal to a family. And the only actor, as well as has been mentioned, who comes out of this with some credibility is, of course, the debutante, of course, Camila Cabelo, who at least makes the whole thing watchable for me. And as already stated there, a sort of dry sense of humour, though little and not very often. That's the problem. I mean, we do get to see that, and that's the best bit of the film. I say, singing, sort of attempts at acting, and the way she flows through this film. But sadly, everyone else's little lines of humour, etc., including people like Pierce Brosnan and Minnie Driver, are just forehead slapping and attempts at humour. They don't really work. It's only Camila's Cabello's sort of lines that at least make you smile. You know, at least they're a bit lighter and a bit funnier and a very, you know, my sort of sense of humour anyway. Sadly, I don't think there's going to be a wide enough appeal for this one. As I say, there's not enough of the lead, the humour and her in it to actually make this a real watchability for everyone, you know, in the family. Disney fans say, of people who like Disney and watch the Disney stuff, say of ages 7 to 11 perhaps, might find it appealing in a glitzy way. It's but just mainly painful for older kids and adults, I think, watching this. It is bright and glitzy. The odd song does make you smile, as I said, but a Cinderella where even the stepmother and sisters are not overly nasty, even when they're supposed to be. It's a bit PC-ish, a bit, oh, you know, there's real good there. But I mean, you can be nasty and turn them into elements of comedy, etc. It just seems all a bit too nice. Even the stepsisters weren't that bad to poor old Cinders or Ella or whatever she's called in this. So I mean, what's the point really? That's not Cinderella, is it? Just call it something else. So my score, I nearly didn't give it a rating because but it's not. I have to give it a rating because just for the singer actor debut girl in it, I'd give her 7 out of 10 on her own just for this. So that does actually pick the film up slightly, and to give it a rating. As I say, I wasn't even going to rate it because it just didn't appeal. But I'd be lying because things did appeal. Some of the songs did appeal, as I say, and Camila herself appealed as well, and I found her part in this. But unfortunately, 15, 20, 25 minutes out of 110 minutes plus isn't much, is it? So I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10, which I can't give it half. I can't give it 5 out of 10 because that'd be, say, it's less than half entertainment in it for me anyway. So I'll give it a 4.5 out of 10. And we'll say it's not a total disaster. There are elements, as I say, young, you know, that age group. Some of the age group might like it, but adults and older children will struggle a bit in this, and it's a bit of a shame because everything seems to be there. You say they got some okay actors in it. It's great to see Pierce Brosnan and Minnie Driver, etc., etc. But yeah, they're not, you know. But it's painful to listen to the lines they're given, and the dialogue is just not very good at times. So yeah, 4.5 out of 10. It's a shame, really, but as I say, 7 out of 10 for our young debut girl, Camila Cabello. Anyway, if you get to watch this, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. What you got to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. So we meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flit across. Please have a look at my Citizen channel, my channel on football, and my team, Manchester City. If you get a chance, that'd be great. But otherwise, until we meet on here, excuse me, until we meet here again very, very soon, I only ask one thing. If you don't, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.